This is the most recent project I've done for the Ram. Is I built these lights. These are LED projectors, and I bought some, replacement knockoff headlights, and took them apart and pulled the lenses off, and then ground out the guts from inside of them, and then installed these lights, these LED lights, and these covers for them that have a daytime running light and then a switchback LED for the turn signals. And then I put in these switchback white LED turn signals there, so I did that. There's a bunch of electronics to make it all work. And then I put in these, which are cheapies, and then stupid rings. But what I wanted out of this was daytime running lights that were on whenever I started the truck without anything super tricky. And then I wanted really nice projector lights that had a nice cutoff and didn't blind people. And this worked. So I'm going to do a quick demo of how they work, and I'll explain how it works. The truck, when you first start the truck, within a few seconds of it starting and the alternator comes on, there's a voltage sensing relay that hits 13.5 volts. It will trigger and it will turn on these lights here in white. It'll also turn on these lights down here, the rings. So you'll see those lights come on. And then I'll turn on the turn signals so you can see how those work. And then I'll turn on the headlights and the fog lights and everything high beam, so you can get an idea of how it all works. All right, so here we go. I'll set it down here, and hopefully it's going to be loud, but that's all right. Seconds they'll shut off. The delay for them turning on is because since it was a cold start, the diesel heater will kick on for a second, and that will keep the voltage a little bit down on the batteries. It's not really cold here, so it only ran for a second. Probably in the winter that'll run for a little bit longer, so it'll take a little longer to kick on, but that's how this works. It's a voltage sensing relay. Otherwise, there's nothing else tricky going on. The lights, the 12-volt lights, are actually powered by the regular circuit. The headlights are. I used a diode to switch between low and high, because they're LEDs. The LED driver is always powered, whether it's on low and high, and all that happens when you switch to high beam is the shutter is triggered. And that's it. So that's just with a diode. There's nothing else tricky there. The switchback LED and whatnot, and everything is all triggered off of a kit that comes with that device there. And the only thing that is really kind of funky is that voltage controlled relay, which is like a $10 kit. I use the same thing in the Jeep over there to run the daytime running lights and that. Just some cheap thing off of eBay. I actually got 2 for $10. pretty cheap. I'll probably add a short or a video of wiring diagram to this if I can, and so you can see how it works. But all in all, worked out really well. They light up really nice. I get good vision at night, and I'm pretty happy with it. Well, I know this is probably a pretty crappy video, but this is with the headlights. Here's the headlights. You can see the beam. It's a very sharp cutoff beam. You may or may not be able to see that in the trees ahead. It's hard to tell. I don't know if we'll be able to see it in here or not. But yeah, it's a very sharp cutoff. It's quite bright. It has a bit of a bluish tint at the edges. I really don't want to get the kind of light that blinds everyone. I want to be able to see but not blind. That's what I want. I can see. I know that when I'm coming over a hill, I'm probably blinding people, but the idea is to be able to drive the truck without casting light right in people's eyes any more than anybody else with, modern headlights do. So I'm happy with this. High beams. Let's try the high beams. Yeah, that's pretty good. There you go. The low beams are useless. I'm not the low beams. The fog lights. They don't do crap. They're decorative. The stock fog lights don't do much either. Perhaps if it's truly a foggy deal, I mean, they do cast light on the ground, and I can, if there's nobody up here, looks like there's people up here. If there's nobody up here, I'll turn off the headlights and just turn on the fogs. Okay, so here's the fog lights. You can see they light up right in front. I'll turn off the headlights. You can see they just light up a little bit in front. They're kind of worthless. So, yeah, not very much good there. There you go, there's the headlights back on, fog lights off. So there you go. There's too much traffic on the road. It's not really truly dark yet, so, and I know in this mount on the dash, it jiggles a lot. But you get the idea, I hope. And I know it's vertical and people hate that, but whatever. It's the only way it mounts in the dash. It's not even aimed straight. Sorry. I'll edit it out maybe a little bit here. The old girl is giving some more life to her. That's the idea. Keep her going. Noisy but good. This truck is 21 years old, and I'm just trying to keep her going. It doesn't have that many miles on it, 165,000 miles. The leather's still in good shape inside. Now I've replaced the carpet and did some sound deadening in here, although you wouldn't know it. And my biggest complaint in the last couple of years is I can't see at night. Well, this solves that problem. As long as these hold up, I'd like to get a few years out of them. And if I do, then I'll feel it's pretty good. I think I have a total of I think there are $90, $80 for the projectors, $45 for the shrouds with the switchbacks in them, and then I think it was $80 or $90 for the set of the cheap Chinese headlights with the clear, crystal or whatever lenses. And all in all, pretty good. Cheers. So here we are in the driveway. I shot some video of the driving down the road, but it was vertical. In case that video is useless, I'll shoot from here. This is low beams. This is with the fogs, which I consider to be pretty useless. I'll turn off the low beams. I don't think that's very useful at all. You can barely see that car up there. I can probably aim them a little higher, but not much. They don't cast a very good beam at all. You can see they're kind of throwing the light every which way. They're not very good. I wouldn't recommend them if you really need fog lights, but you know, I have them, they're in. I've had them for a while, I thought I'd put them in. The original ones are too crappy. So turn those off, and then the high beam, you can see all it does is it lifts that shutter out of the way. Now, I found that it throws a good long way. The beam throws a long ways. I'm sitting only about 40 feet, 50 feet from those bushes there, so it's hard to tell. But you can see you got a good beam pattern. It throws a reasonably wide path of light. It's hard to tell in the video. Not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with it. If the video that I shot of driving is bad, I'll throw this in there. But again, not bad.